In a closed-door meeting, President Muhammadu Buhari tells Nigeria's service chiefs their best is not good enough. Hi, welcome to What's Trending. These are the top 10 stories now. At number 10, electricity distribution companies have released a statement claiming that out of 1.8 trillion naira intervention funds so far put into the power sector, they have only accessed 58 billion naira from the CBN's 213 billion naira loan facility. The discourse further stated that the 58 billion naira was being paid back monthly. The executive director of the Association of Nigerian Electricity Distributors, Sunday Oduntan, released this statement to correct the belief that power sector operators, including DISCOs, had received free 1.8 trillion naira from the federal government. Number 9. The World Health Organization has approved Dexamethasone as a cure drug for saving lives of critically ill coronavirus patients. Scientists in the UK announced their clinical trials showed the drug was a lifesaver for critically ill patients. However, no substantive changes were shown in patients with a milder case of the disease. The WHO Director General reported the drug is the first treatment shown to reduce mortality in patients with COVID-19 requiring oxygen or ventilator support. At number 8, Amnesty International has called on the governor of Katsina State, Aminu Masari, to release the leader of the Katsina protests, Nastura Sharif. Sharif, chairman of the coalition of the Northern Group, was arrested by authorities for leading the Katsina protests. Amnesty stated Sharif has done nothing more than speak up in defense of people's rights to life and calling for an end of the rising insecurity across northern Nigeria. Bashir Tofa also called on President Buhari to order his release before fire consumes the north and the country, even more than the 2011 election violence. At number 7, 3 officials of the Federal Road Safety Corps were struck and killed by lightning in Ogun State. The officials were said to have been struck by lightning at their office while preparing for their morning parade. Residents of the area reportedly flooded the scene to get first-hand information on the incident. It was reported traditional worshippers said to be Sango adherents were sighted at the scene to perform some rites on the corpses before releasing them to government officials for burial. At number 6, the African Union Legal Council announces that Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala's nomination for Director General of the World Trade Organization violates continental rules. Nigeria had originally nominated Frederick Aga for the position, but at the last minute withdrew the nomination and replaced Aga with Okonjo-Iweala. However, the union stated the new nomination did not meet the submission deadline and there are no more vacancies into which Nigeria can make nomination. At number 5, the suspended National Chairman of the All Progressives Congress, Adams Oshomole, released a statement saying the claim by Deputy National Secretary Victor Giadom that he had taken over as acting chairman is against common sense. Oshomole stated it serves to common sense that if the chairman is absent, it should be the deputy. In the absence of the deputy, it is the vice chairman. Oshomole pleaded with Giadom to put God above his personal interest. At number 4, former National Security Advisor John Bolton writes in a new book that US President Donald Trump asked Chinese leader Xi Jinping to help him win re-election by buying more US farm products. The shocking revelation comes hours after the US Justice Department sought an emergency order from a judge to block the publication of the former National Security Advisor's forthcoming White House memoir. Trump's former aide has already released explosive details in his past books, but unfortunately for the Trump administration, the worst is still to come. At number 3, Nigerian doctors under the National Association of Resident Doctors have vowed to continue their indefinite strike action amid the COVID-19 pandemic. The doctors made it clear that the strike will continue until the federal government pays their salaries and hazard allowances. In response to the strike, the government had threatened to issue a no-work, no-pay policy, which NARD President Aliyu Sokumba called the emptiest and biggest joke of the century. At number 2, the Deputy National Chairman South of the All Progressives Congress, Senator Abiola Ajimobi, has announced a National Executive Council meeting to resolve all contentious issues. Ajimobi, who is hospitalized in Lagos for an unknown illness, was named acting national chairman of the party by the National Working Committee. Ajimobi released a statement asking the APC party to let peace continue to reign until the NEC meeting is held and a position is taken on the way forward. And finally, at number 1, In a closed-door meeting with Nigeria's service chiefs, President Muhammadu Buhari has finally admitted that although the nation's service chiefs are trying to tackle the security challenges being experienced across the country, their best is not good enough. The president made it clear he would no longer accept excuses. The National Security Advisor, Babagana Mongunu, released the details of the meeting, reporting that the president told the service chiefs that he expected them to henceforth live up to expectations. Always remember to wear your mask, wash your hands, and stay safe. That's all for today. See you next time on What's Trending.